Caroline, I'm tired.
It's not far now. We'll be there soon.
I'm cold.
We'll fetch you warm milk and honey. You'd like that.
Very much. Thank you, Caroline.
Bribing the kid.
What are those dogs doing?
Dogs? Alvin, do exactly as I say. This is important. Run to the inn as fast as you can, and don't look back. Understand?
They're evil dogs.
Run!
Oh.
What the hell? Shut the gate, quickly! The beast! The beast is attacking! Sound the alarm!
Oh. He's in shock.
Geralt! Melitele must have sent you. There's a woman outside. The dogs will tear her apart. Help her! Help! No!
Don't open the gate! The beasts will enter! These dogs are deadly.
You people are monsters! Stand aside! I'll save her myself!
Stop. Don't go out there alone.
Damn you! We're all going to die!
Calm down. Everybody calm down. There's a Witcher here. Alright, I got this. Let me pause the game and collect my thoughts really quick, the plan. So we have these creatures here. Bar guests. Now, by speaking to our buddy Lambert, he said that actually the fast style is good against bar guests. Although they do attack in groups, so group style could be good. We also have the Ard at our disposal. Now notice here our medallion is shaking as well. It shakes in response to... Oh, it says current mode detecting monsters. I was going to say it shakes in response to sources of magic or monsters, but it seems that we actually have to adjust which one we want it to detect. Alright, let's see. Yes, we can hit him. I'm going to switch to group style here. Oh, shoot. And then we'll switch to fast style. Yes.
What was that?
Magic, surely.
The beast!
Yeah, those are not just dogs. Oh.
Geralt, look!
The time of the sword and axe approaches. The time of the white frost and white light. The time of madness and disdain. Temeria, the final age. The world will perish amidst ice and be reborn with a new sun. Reborn of elder blood, of hen Icair, of a planted seed. A seed that will not sprout but burst into flames.
The old elven prophecy of Itlena. I hope he's all right.
It seems he saved us from the beast.
Yes, seems so. Oh, I do hope he's not hurt. I'll need to find someone to take care of him. He shouldn't be alone. We'll stay at the inn in the meantime.
Wait a minute. I ran into wild dogs on my way here, but they were nothing like these, and I don't mean just the green fur. Know anything about them?
They've been terrorizing the village for some time. Every few days, a villager is killed. The pack is led by a large hound, perhaps a wolf. People call it the Beast.
Someone might pay to have the beast slain.
That's what witchers do, isn't it? But enough about monsters. What brings you here?
I'm seeking men who wear the sign of the Salamandra. Seen anyone like that in the area?
Shh, not so loud. There was someone, but the peasants grow silent at the mere mention of him. The Reverend might know more. You may also want to ask him about the beast.
I'll do that.
Did you want to ask me something?
So, she clearly remembers us from before. This happens a lot to Geralt, where he runs into people who know him, but of course we have amnesia, so they're all new to us, and new to the gamer. This seems like the obvious question to start with.
Do we know each other?
It's me, Shani. Don't you recognize me? Whatever happened to you? I heard you died during a massacre in Rivia.
What's with their body
Unfortunately,
language?
I lost my memory. I recall the last few weeks, nothing more.
I'm afraid I can't help. Medicine's a fledgling science here in the north. I can say that your memory might come back on its own.
It's not that bad. I'm actually getting used to it.
I hate to admit it, but sorcerers are somewhat more effective at this than we are. Maybe one of them could help.
Already asked. What brings you to the village?
What brings you to this village?
I'm traveling to St. Lebioda's hospital in Vizima to help fight the Catriona plague.
When are you leaving?
Once I've helped the victims of the dog attacks, I guess. I can't abandon them. It'll delay me, but some are certain to die without my aid.
So what'll become of Alvin?
I don't know. I'll look after him for now.
Look at him just convulsing over there while we talk.
He seems clever enough. Surely someone will want him.
Did you want to ask me something?
Seems clever enough. He might drown in his own puke over there while he has a seizure, but let's just, by all means, let's just carry on with our conversation.
It's been a long time since I've heard mention of Salamandra. Do you know anything about them?
But we have amnesia.
I think they're a group of bandits who terrify the locals. Yesterday, they returned a boy they'd whipped with a lamia.
A lamia?
A mayhen crop with small barbs and hooks. It rips away skin and flesh with each strike. Most civilized countries have banned them. The boy was delirious, muttered something about a ransom and the Reverend. Sadly, he grew feverish, and he died that night.
Thanks. I may stay longer than I planned.
Why the interest in Salamandra?
They killed someone I was fond of, and stole something of mine.
I wouldn't want to be them.
You got that right, Shawnee.
We'll speak later.
So, something really interesting here. We'll get into the journal in a second here. But, oh, there's so many things happening. Welcome to Chapter 1, folks. Now, we have arrived in the outskirts of Vizima, kind of like the suburbs of the city. And we ran into Shawnee, an acquaintance from a long time past, who is trying to head into the city to help with the Catriona plague, which we'll read about pretty soon. We ran into Alvin, who clearly has magical ability and is a source. Remember what it said before in the journal about if they don't learn to control it, they become babbling oracles. The magic channeling prophecies through them, but they lose control of their power and eventually lose their minds as well. She said something else there, that there was a boy who had come back whipped and almost dead, and he had said something about a ransom and the Reverend. So a connection between the Salamandra gang and the Reverend, who I think the writers the translators may be messed up here, because he said, it's been a long time since I heard of Salamandra, but Geralt's supposed to have amnesia, so why would he have heard of Salamandra? Oh well. In the, it also popped up in the journal before we actually knew it. But it's got a lot of information in this game. It's hard to keep it all straight. It's also translated, I think, from Polish. Or maybe it's not. I'm not sure. But we should try to remember that bit of information. It's not going to show up in a journal anywhere, so try to remember that. Reverend, Salamandra, and a ransom. Which means maybe the boy was kidnapped, or ransom usually means kidnapping in some way. I should talk to the most prominent residents of the outskirts and discover where I can find the salamanders. The locals may know something. We should speak to the Reverend about Salamandra. As the leader of the local community, the Reverend may know something about the man with the Salamandra brooch. And then we have of monsters of men. When the beast attacked, the boy was terrified. He went into a magical trance and uttered a prophecy. It seems the outskirts have mysteries of their own. To fathom them, apparently I should see the Reverend. So all signs point to speaking to the Reverend. It's the only name character that we've really heard of. But we have met Alvin. He managed to escape the Barghest attack. Barghest are those ghost towns, which cost his foster mother her life. Right, that was not his actual mother. As a result of the shock, he started to divine the future and uttered the prophecy of Ethelina. I suppose Alvin is his source. He has magical powers he cannot control. And then we've met Shawnee now. Soon after I arrived in the outskirts, I met Shawnee, an acquaintance from a long time ago, in quite dramatic circumstances. Shawnee is completely devoted to medicine, her passion, and she had plenty to do with the outskirts, so there was no time for small talk. I got the impression that this sensible, intelligent girl likes me a lot. And then also we learned more about Triss. After Leah's funeral, the sorceress teleported to Vizima. That's also where we're going. She decided to use her extensive contacts and search for information on Salamandra. Triss promised to find me as soon as I arrived in Vizima, so we'll meet her later on. Anything else? Aha, Temeria. So that is actually the kingdom that we are in now. Temeria's population is not exclusively human. It also includes dwarves, elves, gnomes, and dryads. After the devastating war with Nilfgaard, many areas are haunted by monsters, which have hitherto not constituted a serious threat, while the realm's roads are made unsafe by outlaws and common bandits. As a result, the witcher profession is once again in demand, though people continue to treat witchers with caution and disdain, often calling them mutants and freaks. The Kingdom of Temeria has silver lilies on a black background as its emblem. This powerful country has gained ever more influence in recent years under the wise rule of King Foltest. Across the Pontar River, the kingdom borders Redania. To the south and east, it is hemmed in by mountain ranges, including Mahakam, I don't know how to say that, the mainstay of dwarves and gnomes, past which lie the lands of Lyria and Edirn. The capital of Temeria is Vizima, lying on the shore of Lake Vizima. The second largest city is Maribor. Temeria mints its own coin, the Orin. The most widespread religions are the cult of Melatelli and the belief in the eternal fire. Temeria is home to the headquarters and many commanderies of the Order of the Flaming Rose. I'm having trouble sometimes reading some of these with all these words that are unknown to me. The outskirts where we are now, like any large city, Vizima also has its outskirts. Near the city walls stand the houses of townspeople who could not afford to live in the city or could not stand the stench of its gutters, henceforth suburbs. A little further out, among fields and meadows, peasants have their thatched-roofed homes. Unfortunately, the hard times have left their mark on the outskirts. Many houses are vacant, their owners killed in the war, slain by monsters, or taken by the plague which ravages the area. Maybe the war with Nilfgaard? I'm not exactly sure what war they're referring to here. But there is a plague going on, the Catriona Plague, a disease which quickly spread through all the northern countries after the war with Nilfgaard. Those who suffer from Catriona die a terrible death. Their convulsions become stronger each day. They vomit blood and mucus and have bloody diarrhea. After a fortnight or so, they die in agony. It sounds a lot like the bubonic plague, actually. Dwarves are shorter than humans, but tougher and more muscular. That's right, the Witcher world, very much like Tolkien-esque type fantasy worlds, has dwarves and elves and such. Male dwarves wear long beards. They are usually gruff but can be merry and are renowned for their stubbornness. Considered excellent craftsmen and warriors, many have earned grudging acceptance in human society. Still, it is not uncommon for young dwarves to join the Scoia'tael rebels to fight for more rights for non-humans and end to persecution. You know, what I just realized? I don't think I've ever seen a female dwarf. Gimli in Lord of the Rings jokes about this. Maybe there are no female dwarves. Maybe they just spring out of the ground. But has this just become a running joke in fantasy writing? That there really might not be female dwarves? Because I hear about them, they exist, and yet I've never seen one. I'm going to specifically look throughout the game to see if I can find a female dwarf. That is my mission. Ithleen's prophecy, an old elven prophecy about the end of the world, the one that Alvin spoke of. The wolf's blizzard approaches, the time of the sword and axe. Okay. The wolf's blizzard. See, the thing is, we are the white wolf. Is that possibly referring to us? Are we actually part of this prophecy? The time of the white frost and white light. The time of madness and disdain. That usually means a war, right? Ted Dayrid, the final age. The world will perish amidst ice and be reborn with the new sun. Okay. Reborn of the elder blood of Henny Care, of a planted seed, a seed that will not sprout but burst into flames. There are too many terms that I'm not familiar with yet that we need to find more about in order to really decipher that prophecy. It's pretty cryptic, actually.
Calm down. Everything will be okay.
Yes, everything will. Let us grab some remains here. We get a skull and ectoplasm. Oh, we also got some beast fangs. Can we open the gate here? No, it's locked. I was wondering if we could maybe loot the woman. A guard died. I wasn't able to act in time to save this poor guy. He was the one who offered to go outside and, Oh, here's the woman. Yeah, we can't loot her. He offered to go outside and fight them. He ended up dying anyway, huh? You have a fireplace? Did these guys say anything?
Abound in the crypt. Be alert. Monsters abound in the
monsters abound in the crypt. They do have interesting things to say, actually. They could be useful.
One never knows when the beast will appear.
Gotcha.
Vizima's gates are closed.
Oh, they are, huh?
We await help from the Order of the Flaming Rose.
Help might not be coming, my friend. Let's see what else we have around town. Well, not town, per se. Got some meat. There's a rabid dog outside. Some more mercenaries.
The eternal fire protects no sinners. Repent. One never knows when the beast will appear.
A forge with no armorer.
Nasty weather.
Oh, look, everybody is hiding here
Simple
from the
folk
rain.
know a good deal, especially the elders. Some share their stories for small tokens.
Ah, so that's actually a gameplay tip. It's really cool. You can pay attention to what these people are saying, and they actually give you tips. That if you talk to old people, basically, they might give you information in exchange for a gift.
I shall pray at the Temple of Eternal Fire.
Alright, well, you're useless. That doesn't...
I dislike it here.
Yeah, that's also useless, thank you. And we have a Viziman herbalist.
Greetings.
Greetings.
What a despicable place. I'm trapped here with my goods while my wife and children wait in the city.
Why's that?
Vizima's gates are closed due to the plague. The gods be my witness, nothing ruins trade like an epidemic.
I guess we just have to wait.
Most of the diseased have died off, but the beast and bandits now spread their own terror. All we're missing are tax collectors.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
Oh, wow, we can ask him a bunch of stuff. Well, first of all, tell me about the beast.
Tell me about the beast.
I overheard it described as a phantom, appearing from nowhere, murdering those with a heavy conscience.
Interesting. Oh,
Royal officials would make a true feast for the beast, and other ghosts serve it, apparently in the form of untiring bloodhounds.
I'll have to ask the locals.
Yes?
The bandits in the outskirts. So, yeah, we try and make a mental note of that as well. That the beast seems, well, at least that's what the townspeople are saying, that the beast goes after people with a heavy conscience, meaning they've done evil deeds. Any bandits in the outskirts?
Indeed. They call themselves the militia and extort bribes. Also, some sect from Vizima may have arrived here.
Do these men wear the Salamandra sign?
Never met them. But if they are a sect, the Reverend ought to know something.
I'll ask him.
Yes?
Again, we have to talk to the Reverend, and it seems like the soldiers extort and take bribes, so does the militia, which is basically just the local police or military. Yeah, this is a big theme in this game, is that everybody, you know, no one is completely good. No one has their hands clean. That was the idiom I was trying to bring up, but I got stuck. What's with the plague?
This plague?
What of it? 'Tis some variety of the bubonic.
Oh.
To be safe, I avoid any who appear even slightly ill. Aren't you afraid?
I'm immune to infectious diseases.
There we go.
My grandfather claimed the same, insisting all the while that his bubonic ulcers were merely boils.
May the ground lie lightly upon him.
Yes?
Okay, there's nothing else to say, but let's see what he has to offer. Now, we can sell him things. I wonder if it's worth it. That's only selling for 1. We can sell this for 4, for 2, 4, for 3, and for 1. I may actually sell some of these for 4, but we could buy some herbs. Suet mushroom, that's good to know. And then we also have these, which are really expensive, but they'll give me information on the plants in the area. Now, one of the things that is inherent to this game is you need to have information on herbs in order to be able to identify and pick them. So you can't just go without identifying herbs with books and things like that, or by talking to locals and whatnot. You really do have to look around and gain knowledge to be able to pick everything out from the environment. Chicken? A whole chicken. I'll take that. And here we have a notice board.
A notice board?
Yes, a notice board.
Find some witcher's work.
It's going to be a lot of that, of me saying something and Geralt says it right after. Now, notice boards are a staple in this game in that this is where you would go to find new contracts. Oh, an arrest warrant. That's interesting. The ghoul contract. the Drowner contract, and the Barghest contract. Let's take a look at each of these. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to my inventory. We found an arrest warrant. It is hereby declared that the man known as the Professor is guilty of numerous crimes against the Crown, including, but not limited to, murder, assault, defying city guards and officials, and other wrongs against the kingdom's subjects. Whosoever provides him shelter will be deemed guilty of aiding and abetting him in his crimes. It is thus the duty of each subject of the Crown to assist the effort to seize this man. A reward of 1,000 orens. 1,000 orens? Sorry. Is hereby offered to anyone who assists in bringing this man to justice. Dead. And now, we have learned some things. Wanted. Maybe I can find the Professor's enemies by speaking to some city guards of Vizima. Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I should talk to the city guards of Vizima, see if they can't help me contact the Professor's foes. We also learned it turned out that the assault on Kaer Morhen was not the Professor's first foul deed. The arrest warrant shows clearly that my opponent is a wanted man. You know, it's interesting that the quests seem to give you a bunch of interesting dialogue, too. It really is like playing a novel. There's tons of reading and information scattered in all these different places where, you know, it makes you want to read everything so that you don't miss a single detail. Okay. Oh, what else do we have here? We've already read the arrest warrant, but we also have these contracts. I need the blood of at least 3 ghouls. We'll pay handsomely. Kalkstein, the alchemist. And then the Church of the Eternal Fire. That's one of the 2 prominent religions in Temeria that we learned. Individuals capable of dealing with the drowners at the riverbank. Payment is contingent on supplying proof of killing 3 of the beasts. Bring their brains, inquire with the Reverend. Only 3, huh? Brave man urgently needed. Whoever brings me 10 Barghest skulls will receive 100 orens. Abigail, herbalist. We actually have 4 already, so we're well on our way to doing that. Great. Now, once you read these contracts, you can just get rid of them. You can't sell them. There's literally no reason for you to have them unless you just want to hang on to them for your own, like, collection purposes, so you can see what... Ooh, we got the Book of the Swallow. When did we get this? White Gull, Swallow, Cat, Blizzard, Necrophage Oil. When on earth did we get that scroll? It must have been at the completion of the tutorial. But now let's take a look at what we can make from here. Necrophage Oil. Necrophages are accustomed to poisonous vapors, yet even the most rancid ghouls and graviers cannot withstand the poison wounds inflicted by a blade coated with necrophage oil. Necrophages are basically corpsers, creatures that feed on corpses. And Blizzard. Witchers usually drink the Blizzard potion immediately before combat. The potion is also favored in especially dangerous situations. It improves reflexes and reaction time, allowing a Witcher to better parry and evade attacks. It's the opposite of Thunderbolt. In fact, Thunderbolt makes it harder to dodge and parry, so if you drink Thunderbolt and Blizzard, the Blizzard cancels out the negative effects of Thunderbolt. Sweet. And Blizzard is not too hard to make. But what else do we have here to read? Witchers, huh? Monsters. Nothing in there. Okay. Now, but we do have new quests. The Barghest contract. See, this is telling us Abigail, the local herbalist, will pay for cash for Barghest skulls. That information was not on the contract, so it is worth it to read these to get more information. We need to present the brains as proof. That's also good information to know. This quest can only be completed if the bestiary contains an entry about drowners. Okay, so we need to learn about them. You have to be able to know about the monster in order to harvest things from it. The ghoul contract. For the most part, not everything. We can get the skulls of the Barghest without knowing about them. But we do need to learn about ghouls for Kalkstein. Okay. Let's go inside the inn here. Inn. The inn in the outskirts was established to cater to the needs of travelers and merchants headed for Vizima. The owner has surrounded it with a high palisade. Although the inn doesn't feature extravagant comforts, it is a safe place to spend the night and eat a meal. The innkeeper also offers a wide selection of alcohol. It is a favorite meeting place for the inhabitants of the outskirts, so there's always someone to talk to or dice with. Dice, you say? Oh, here's Kalkstein, the alchemist. There's Shawnee over there. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, I just got healed. See, my health is all the way to full. That's what that means. Oh, and she just did something. Right, I forgot about this. If you come up to Shawnee, if you're injured, she will heal you for free. It's pretty nice. Let's talk to Kalkstein while we're here.
3 ounces of optimum mater, a drop of mercury solution. Oh, sorry, I got lost in thought.
Greetings.
Greetings. I'm Kalkstein, alchemist.
Geralt, Witcher.
A witcher? How much would you ask for an opportunity to examine your body?
I don't think you could afford it.
You would be doing a great service to science. All right, fine. Though I perceived you as someone who valued reliable knowledge.
I do.
I respect science and scientists, alchemists too. And I guess I expect the same in return.
I see. Well, maybe you can agree to a post-mortem.
There's a chicken in the background.
Keep talking and I might change my mind. Regarding alchemists, that is.
All right. I'm sorry.
But we don't have the cool blood yet. You don't look like a local. Do you ask everyone for permission to examine or dissect them? Let's start with that. Maybe we'll make him mad and I might regret it, but let's just...
Do you ask everyone for permission to examine or dissect them?
Of course not. But you're a mutant. A scientifically wrought improvement. Something unnatural.
That explains it.
Don't take offense. I'm merely curious.
Need any help from a witcher?
Any help from a witcher?
I do. Check the notice I hung outside.
I've got it. You don't look like a local.
You don't look like a local?
I live in Vizima, but I'm just returning from a great convention of alchemists, pyromancers, and geomancers in Oxenford.
There's pyromancers?
Wonderful city, Witcher. A cradle of science.
I don't doubt it. Did the convention reach any specific conclusions?
It was an incredible experience. I presented my dissertation on... specific? Conventions aren't meant to be specific.
Then I'm not sure I see the sense.
Science is like a great river, full of currents, whirls, and treacherous shallows. A single raftsman can never know every secret of the river. He must sail to the harbor and share his knowledge with other raftsmen.
And get drunk and spend his last money on whores. I think I see the point now.
Hey.
Science is like a river.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
You were talking about returning to Vizima.
Yes. Because of this quarantine, I'm losing time in this inn. I have extremely important research waiting. And what am I doing? Sitting in this dump and drinking alcohol. Badly distilled alcohol. I've sent a message to my friend, another alchemist. He is my only hope. Hopefully he will send me a pass.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well,
You're my only hope.
Luck.
Thank you. They must admit me, they must.
Okay, so there's a quarantine going on because of the Catriona plague, so it's going to be difficult to get into the city. Although, we technically are immune, so if we could find someone who knows that we are a witcher and knows that witchers are immune to the disease, maybe they'll just let us through. Now, I have been to conventions. Like my last job, we had to go to conventions, and let me tell you, while it was about getting new information from the company and stuff like that, and networking, it really was mostly just like drinking and having fun. There's also, there's a lot of truth to what Geralt is saying here about conventions. I get it. I wanted to ask you something about alchemy. They say you need ghoul's blood. I don't see the point in asking this, but let's just see.
They say you need ghoul blood.
Do you have any?
I'll come back when I've gathered some.
I need that blood for my studies. Be quick about it.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, and it just ends the conversation, huh? Hang on. Look at my mouth moving there.
What?
All right, I wanted to ask you about alchemy.
Finally, someone worth talking to. Here I thought the locals had no interests beyond their daily concerns.
I'm not exactly a local. And think about it. If the locals were all interested in alchemy, they wouldn't have much need for you.
Ha! Typically short-sighted. Witcher, alchemy is the mother of all sciences. And do you know why? For it allows us to understand the world. All that surrounds you is none other than the alchemy you strive so dutifully to deride. Alchemical processes transpire in your body at all times. They allow you to eat, breathe, and excrete. What's more, they are responsible for your thoughts and feelings. Alchemy is life.
We need to change the subject before the peasants decide to burn us at the stake.
One cannot shut the mouth of science. But fine. What do you wish
One
to
can.
know?
But I've heard the exact same phrases said about chemistry by big proponents of chemistry in real life.
How do you obtain alchemical bases?
You need equipment to obtain the correct distillate. I myself use an attenator, coupled with an alembic.
The short answer,
and equipped
please.
additionally with a rectifying column and a copper cooler.
And if I don't have a coupled attenator handy?
I see. Field work. Olaf must have some decent vodka or spirit that could serve as an alchemical base.
Where do I get
Where do I
ingredients?
get ingredients?
If you wish to obtain components yourself, you'll need books containing drawings and descriptions of ingredients derived from both plants and animals. Peddlers are your other alternative, but they'll rip you off. When I require monster tissue or organs, well, I hire a witcher or a hunter.
I'm interested in formulae.
Ready-made formulae are rare and difficult to acquire, so I encourage you to experiment, modify recipes you already have. Most people underestimate the value of using the empirical method in science.
Yeah, so here's where he tells you, I didn't realize this the first playthrough, but here's where he tells you to experiment.
I think I've heard enough.
But we've only just begun.
I've heard enough.
Farewell.
Might Rubedo be better?
Rubedo? Who else could we talk to here? Yeah, so funny thing about this game, people don't care about you robbing them. You can take stuff from them right in front of them. It doesn't matter.
What do you want?
Hey, Olaf.
Your kind's not welcome
From the
here.
movie Frozen.
I said I wanted a beer.
We have no more. Very well.
Why does Geralt want a beer
I'll
all of a
see what I
sudden?
have.
Good man.
Everyone drink up. We're closing.
No, don't close.
Do that again, and I'll get angry. Wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
All right. I'll just tend to my business and be on my way.
Nice camera
What
angle.
can I do for you?
Yeah, why the gloom?
I don't talk to strangers.
You're talking now, buddy.
5 orens.
For that, I'd talk to a bar guest all day.
Yeah, let's pay him. Absolutely. I wonder what he's going to say here.
The plague was devastating. People died in droves. The wailing lingered for 3 moons. If not for the Reverend, we'd all have perished. No wonder we're wary of strangers. You don't know what it's like when the plague takes your family. The Reverend prayed all day to the eternal fire, taking no sustenance. His penance freed us from sin and strengthened our faith. We began by cleansing our homes of sin and filth. We gathered it up, and by the next day, all our foulness was buried or gone. The Reverend then spoke to all who remained. You have done well cleansing your households of sin. I know it was difficult. I know they be kin. But the eternal fire sent pestilence on them as punishment for their sins. You are pure. You shall live. And we believed him. Then went outside. The frost was biting, but we did our penance, crawling round the village, praying at the 5 chapels. The next day the village was quiet, as if all were asleep. Fewer have fallen sick since.
An edifying tale. Thanks.
Oh, jeez. The things that have been done in the name of religion. Just awful. Anyway, also, if you didn't quite catch it there, what the Reverend did is when people were getting sick from the plague, what he suggested is that everyone who is sick, let's kill them all, murder them, burn their bodies, or bury them, or something like that. So they killed all of their family and all of their friends. Everyone in the village who was sick, they killed them. Which, you know, I guess it's like euthanasia, and it is, I guess, for the greater good, but still horrible that he told everyone to do that, and then made them crawl around in the snow to cleanse them of their sins, to do penance, as if that would help them prevent the plague. I just, yeah, not liking the Reverend so far. And we never would have found that out without paying him 5 orens. Worth it. I'm looking for someone to stay at this inn. Got a room. I'm a witcher.
By the eternal fire.
Yeah, people don't like witchers.
For me?
No. Ask the Reverend.
Ask the Reverend. Ask the Reverend. Okay.
What can I do?
That seems to be the only thing to do. Now, you can store things in inns, which is pretty cool. Let's actually... What should I do? We'll come back to this. I don't need to store anything right now. Oh, Vesna Hood.
Greetings, handsome. You look a tinge fatigued. Wait, didn't you rescue that child at the gate?
By chance.
By chance?
I'm a hero.
Really? If only the local peasants chance to do good once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, no matter. What can
Not
I get
likely. Ooh.
Nothing now. But care to sit down with me for a moment?
you? Not likely. I'm a decent girl. I'm at work now.
Wait, this is great. Look, don't be angry. Only a blind man could ignore you. You mean to say you stopped being decent after work? In that case, I'll have a beer. Let's do this one.
Don't be angry. Only a blind man.
I'm a suave Geralt.
You sure know how to
Very
compliment
much
a woman,
unlike
sir.
myself in real
What
life.
can I get you?
Maybe... Well, we can do this again, I guess, to hear the other reactions. So she sells food. We can also sell her food. Oh, wow, we can sell the chicken for 5 orens. I'm gonna do that just to get my 5 orens back from the other dude. There we go. And now we've made back our 5 orens from paying off Olaf here to tell us about the Reverend. Now, what else do we have? We have a gambler.
You don't look like one to be lucky at love, but I wager your luck excels at dice.
I know a bit about the game.
Sir, I wouldn't cheat you. An honest game's what I propose.
Honest? Why choose me? No one else is willing to sit down with you?
Risk is your daily bread, that's clear. I'd consider it an honor to play you.
My pouch is as empty as a smith's bellows.
The peasants round here have nothing but cabbage to wager. A hunter, a worthy opponent, used to fancy a game, but I haven't seen him in a while.
I'm not surprised. I don't doubt you fleeced him.
To be frank, he loved high stakes, yet the dice disliked him from the outset.
Oh yeah, you fleeced him. Who is this hunter you played?
Must have been quite a lover, for I've never seen such ill luck on a man. He lost a lot of orens.
What does that mean?
Watch out. Love wanes. He'll be back for his gold.
I think not, sir. You could smell the loser in him a mile off. The debts must be keeping him away.
He didn't really answer my question, did he?
Can you make a good living at dice?
That depends entirely on who one plays, sir. The wages are certainly larger in Vizima.
And where in Vizima would I find someone willing to play?
If your money pouch is bursting, try the new Narracourt. You might also choose the hairy bear, if you have the nerve.
Bears are hairy.
Farewell.
So we can't actually play him with dice yet. Weird. We have a bard. Can I talk to the bard?
Greetings, stranger. Funny, you remind me of someone.
Who would that be?
The famous witcher, Geralt, the White Wolf.
Wonder why.
Really?
It's uncanny. White hair, sword across your back, straight out of the ballads.
I guess that's how famous I am. No, I'm just gonna...
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Many must mistake you for Geralt.
Some do. Those songs must be popular.
Master Dandelion, the bard of bards, has sung those ballads for years.
What's in your repertoire?
Shall I sing for you, my lord?
I wouldn't mind hearing something.
Art soothes the soul, doesn't it? But I also need to eat. How about a contribution? 5 orens?
No, I don't... No, thank you. I'm not gonna just pay him to sing a song. I don't think we're gonna get anything good out of that. But we did learn about Dandelion, the famous bard and poet. Well, not much. And then we also have met Kalkstein. The absent-minded alchemist seems nice, but it is obvious that scientific theories are of greater concern to him than the more prosaic aspects of life. Indeed. We have an old peasant.
Chickens are dying like flies from the plague.
Oh, even the chickens are
Mickle the
dying.
guy buys hunting trophies.
Mickle buys hunting trophies. That's something to keep of note.
What do you want?
Always give strangers such a warm welcome.
It's all the same. The beast will have us all.
I'm glad we talked.
Let's celebrate.
Ah. So in this game, you can have drinking contests with people and often win, like, prizes. So let's do it. Unfortunately, you have to use your own alcohol. So that's kind of one of the points of having alcohol here. Let's use my crappy alcohol. Yeah, look, vile beer brewed in the capital city of Temeria. Let's use this crummy beer. I'm not wasting my good alcohol on you, sir.
I need to rest.
He's still going. The way it works, you just keep putting alcohol in until somebody gets too drunk. This guy was already drunk, so I think you can win against him really easily. What else should we use now? That's an excellent beer, so we'll hang on to that. Let's use the Kidwenian Stout. He's still going. Another one? You can actually see our vision starting to blur. And now, we are intoxicated. That's what that symbol means. I'll talk about that in a sec. Let's see if we can outdrink this fellow. Did we win? Yeah, we won.
So, outdrank you.
Not by much, though.
Strong head you have there.
Don't I get a prize for winning?
Drank with a merchant recently. Weak-headed he was. Take his book.
Thanks.
Ooh, we get a book. What is it? You've received Tome of Fear and Loathing. Volume 1. Provides information on ghouls and graviers. So we actually need ghoul information for a quest. So here's how we can get this book. And you don't have to buy it. Later on, you can actually buy this book, but it would be a waste because you can get it for free by drinking this guy under the table. It provides information on fighting methods and alchemical ingredients that can be obtained from the bodies of these monsters. Thank you. Let's take a look, shall we? Bones, ghoul blood, that's what we need for Kalkstein. And if we go into here, we can read about ghouls. They're encountered on battlefields and cemeteries, resistant to common poisons, sensitive to necrophage oil, because these are a type of necrophage. We should use the strong style. Ghouls are said to have been humans who were once forced into cannibalism, and after many years spent in dark crypts, underwent a horrifying transformation. Only human flesh can satisfy their eternal hunger, so they kill people and store the remains in the recesses of their lairs. Now, something I want to tell you. This information up here is factual. This information down here is anecdotal. It's not always accurate. In fact, a lot of the time, it's completely inaccurate. It's just kind of like flavor text. It's not meant to be used in the game. This information is. So trust this. Read this for fun. They appear whenever they can find food, preferably human corpses. They're immune to things, necrophage oil. Yeah, very similar. They're just a stronger version of ghouls, basically. After the war with Nilfgaard, graveyears became a real plague. Until then, the monsters were familiar only to specialists and professional beast killers. Thus, everyone mistook them for ghouls. Today, any child could give an accurate description of a graveyear, and people who have passed near battlefields or necropolises offer first-hand accounts of the horrible murders committed by these ruthless necrophages. And look. Intoxicated. Attack efficiency reduced by 50%. It can have other effects depending on your character build, which we'll find out later. I kind of want to go talk to Alvin here. See if he has anything to say. We're a little drunk, but, you know.
You saved me, right?
I helped.
I wonder what'll happen to me now.
Waiting for your kin to come?
No. My family has passed on.
Aw.
Sorry, kid.
It's alright. I barely knew them.
You gotta grow up fast when you're an orphan. He definitely seems very mature for his age. Now, over here, we have fist fighting. But before that, I actually want to loot all of these barrels, although I'm kind of drunk. Excuse me, pardon me. I'm just gonna drunkenly rob you guys blind. Thank you. Appreciate it. I need all of the stuff that I can get. This is a great way to build up your orans in the early game, is just loot the crap out of everything so you can sell it. Now then, fist fighting is another type of mechanic, and we got the quest about fist fighting from fighting Eskel back in Kaer Morhen. So let's talk to the wimpy fist fighter first. See if we can beat him.
Want to fight?
Yeah, it
Got
works
any
like a
money?
bet. So you can... Now, just to give you a little tip here, when you fist fight, they will give you a recommended amount of a bet. You can make it lower if you want less risk or less reward. Basically, it doubles your bet if you win, and you lose it if you lose. That's just generally how bets work, but it's just 1-to-1 odds or 2-to-1 odds. Yeah, 2-to-1 odds. And you can raise the bet. It says you can go up to 40, but the thing is they will refuse a bet that's too high. So here's my tip to you. This is 100% true all of the time. You can always double the bet that they offer you and no more. So if I go to 11, he will refuse. But if I do 10, because it's exactly double of 5 what he offered, he will accept.
No pain, no gain.
Alright, let's do this thing.
We'll see.
Come on, turn around so I can punch him. Turn around already. Geralt! Geralt, he just sucker punched me. Turn around. I don't know why Geralt wasn't turning around there.
No challengers?
Oh, jeez. I need to be better about dodging. By the way, fist fighting technique, if you dodge and then immediately let go of the dodging button, which is the right click, you can pretty much win like most of the battles. It starts to get a little bit harder with tougher opponents because they also will block or dodge you. And then it has this element of stamina, you know, managing stamina. I don't know. Fist fighting is weird. I think I can win most of the time. Just using the same technique of dodge, attack, dodge, attack.
Lost again. Should have known. Here's your gold.
Alright, so we just got a little bit of orans from that guy. Let's go around and see if we can beat everybody else up too for some orans here.
Want a beating, stranger? We fight for money.
Fight for money, huh? And he has 10 as an offer, so I'm going to go to 20. Get the most out of it that I can.
I'll kick your ass and make money doing it.
We'll see.
And in this location, the outskirts, this is honestly like one of the best ways to get money is because you can... Whoa, geez, turn around, Geralt. Jesus Christ, he takes forever to turn around. Come on, Geralt, come on. Look at that, my health is already halfway down. But what I was trying to say is, you can actually come back here later on and do this again. And you can do that as many times as you want. Not immediately. Like the wimpy fighter, if I ask to fist fight him again, he won't fight me. But if I come back here later on, he will. I gotta figure out how to get Geralt to move to the center faster. What seems to be happening is, because I'm drunk, I walk to the center of the room really slow. I guess that's the downside of doing this drunk, huh? And they start actually fighting me before I'm able to actually do a single thing to defend myself. It's pretty frustrating. That's why I only have health. Oh, jeez. He might actually beat me if I'm not careful here. He wants to get slapped. I think you do, buddy. Look at all this blood flying everywhere. Oh, merciless. Oh, my blood too. See, my stamina is actually really low. I think if you run out of stamina, you can't dodge or something. See, that's when it starts to get tough, is when you're running out of stamina, but the enemy still has stamina. You just get creamed. And we got him. Barely. Oof. It's harder than I remember. I thought this was actually easier than this.
You win, Wanderer. Take...
Alright. Oh, man. We are not in good shape. But let's see if we can maybe fight one more person. Not all of these guys will fight you. Like, this guy won't fight you. They all have the same voice. You know what's funny is that for the Enhanced Edition, they actually added more character models. So, and even now, there's not a whole lot of variety. So can you imagine how it was back in the original with even less character variation than this? Fat Fred is like the big guy to beat here.
Whoa!
Some tournament going on?
We beat each other for coin.
Interesting.
Fat Fred will rearrange your face, just show me your gold.
How much?
25 orans.
Oh, that's not that much. Another time, though, because I'm gonna lose. I don't have enough health to fight him. But let's fight this guy.
Wanna be?
Yeah, let's do it. 20 orans. Here we go.
I'll kick your ass and make money doing it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Can Geralt get to the middle of the room fast enough this time? Oh my gosh, I kind of did. At least he only got 1 free hit on me instead of like 5. Oh, look at him dodge. A little tough to hit him here. I gotta be careful. I'm running out of stamina already, too. Oh my gosh, I might lose this one, guys. I don't know if I can win. This is making me real nervous here. Oh no. Oh, this is hard. I think they've updated fist fighting in the enhanced edition. It used to be easier than this. I used to be able to kind of cheat it by using a little dodge and then immediately hit technique, but...
Who wants to get slapped?
Oh yeah, is that it? No, it's not it. He still dodged me there. Oh, this is almost there. Oh, he got me. Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. We don't actually die for fist fighting. We just get knocked out. Oh no. Hit him. Oh, that was so close. Look how the screen goes all like black and white when you're about to die. This is what happens. Yikes. Hello?
No challengers?
Is that it? We done? Yep.
You win, Wanderer. Take your coin and leave me.
Fine, fine. Alright. So, Shawnee, do you think maybe you can heal me? I don't know if she's actually going to heal me. But you know what we can do is we can go rest. Now, you can pay 5 orens to the innkeeper to rest in here, but you can rest for free at a fireplace. So by going out here, I can just come over to one of these fireplaces and rest for free. Now, that is the purpose of the flint, which I have somewhere. Ah, see, now we know what Blizzard is. This was an unknown potion before. And this is still unknown. I don't know what that is. Actually, I think I remember what this is. But I'll pretend I don't. So, as long as you have flint, you can light the bonfire here. New talents acquired. I think to round off the sesh here, I'm going to distribute my talents. I think what I want to do is maybe put at least stuff into my base talents. And then we also have these sword styles I could put them into. So let's see here. I think what I want to do is put 1 point each into my sword styles. So we'll go boom, boom, and boom. And what this is going to do is actually it increases the combo length. I now will have a fancier, cooler looking combo. So I highly recommend getting this skill, and then you can get these other things, which increases what? Precise hit, damage, and then knockdown. And then for fast style, it's pain. So it's the same pain and damage. And then for strong style, it's bleeding and more damage. Even more damage than that, huh? Okay, so we also have Ard that we can improve. A number of different things here. Requires student, huh? Bronze talent, disarm, and gust. I do want to put some stuff into Ard. Knockdown provides chance of disarming. That's pretty cool to disarm opponents with Ard. But let me see. We also have. We should probably also put at least 1 point into strength and intelligence. We already have potion brewing. What else do we need here? Oh, look at this. Herbalism. Enables identification and gathering of herbs. Well, we need to get that immediately, don't we? Monster lore. Provides knowledge about selected, not yet encountered monsters. Well, that sounds cool. Alright, well, I think immediately. Enables creation of oils. Okay, I think immediately we need this, and this, and herbalism, and oil preparation. Immediately. Like, immediately I need that. Now we only have 2 talents left. Goodness gracious. What else should I get here? Get strength. Dexterity, what's that do again? Stamina. Stamina? Intelligence line is good. Maybe we'll just go with Ard. Stun. Provides chance of causing stun. Ooh. That seems really important, doesn't it? Does seem really important. Gust improves knockdown. The thing is, I don't know how many bronze talents you get in the game. So they're actually very precious, aren't they? I think we're gonna do stun. And what's this do? Angle 180 degrees causes knockdown, and this angle 90 degrees increased sign intensity causes knockdown. So I believe that student allows you to charge the Ard ability in order to use a more powerful version that has a wider angle of effect. But this is 90, this is 180, so it doubles the range of your effect if you charge it all the way. And then this is just going to improve the sign intensity. So I think I'm going to do student. So now I've got the full line of Ard, we've got these, and then we've got a bunch of intelligence. So already I'm looking to be a bit of a magic-focused build, which is cool, I like that. And that's how I'm going to end it. So we are going to... Ooh, can I make any potions, perchance? No, I don't have any bases. I don't have any alcohol. Well, I'm going to rest until dawn, to the daytime, because it has a day-night cycle, and things change from day to night. And after I meditate, I'll pick up here the next time when we continue on in The Witcher. Thank you guys for joining me. I know it's been very dialogue-heavy in the beginning, but this is a very dialogue-heavy game that's very story-driven. But next episode, we'll get into some more dialogue and looting, and then maybe some more combat. Hopefully some combat after that. But we got to level up. My Witcher has started to take shape a little bit here. I've got a high intelligence, high swords. Let's do it. All right, bye-bye.